It is very important to know the sign of the coming of the Mahdi, because if we know the signs, we are able to recognize him and welcome him. Otherwise, just like the people of old, we also might be destroyed. This is the reason why today we are going to discuss an important topic under 2 subtopics. What were the signs of the Mahdi? Why did the people fail to recognize him? We start with the first point. What were the signs of the Mahdi? Well, there were 2 kinds of signs. The signs that the Mahdi himself had displayed and the signs that were related to the time of his advent. Let us first talk about the signs that our Master Muhammad, peace be upon him, has shown. The first one was poverty. Our Master Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The Mahdi is from the poor of my nation." This means that the Mahdi will come from among the poor people. He will be a simple person, dressed in simple clothes, eating simple food. Second sign is that the Mahdi will have an excellent horse. At-Tirmidhi has narrated from the hadith of the Prophet, peace be upon him, that the Mahdi will ride a horse whose name is Al. It is very important to know that the Al-Bars is not only the name of a horse, but it has another meaning as well. In Arabic language, Al-Bars means splendor or brightness. So when you hear the name Al-Bars, it can refer to 2 things, the name of a horse or the name of a bright, splendid, and luminous personality. Third sign is that the Mahdi will have 30 men with him. There are some narrations that the number of his companions will be 30, but some other narrations say that the number of his soldiers will be 30,000. Anyway, the exact number is not important here. What is important is that the number 30 points towards quality and excellence. It is so because 30 is a complete number in mathematics. For example, if you add the digits of the number 30, 3 plus 0 equals 3, and then 3 is a full number. So, in general, 30 represents completeness and perfection. This is the reason why the Quran says, "And we certainly created man in the best of molds." That is, man was created in a perfect form. Likewise, the Mahdi, along with his companions or soldiers, will represent quality and excellence. Fourth sign is related to the turbans that both the Mahdi and his men will wear. It has been narrated in many traditions that the turbans of the Mahdi and his men would reach their waists. This is so because the turban indicates knowledge, and the higher it reaches, the greater the knowledge. And since the Mahdi is the king of knowledge, his turban will reach his waist. Now let us discuss the signs related to the time of the Mahdi's advent. First, the appearance of 3 great calamities. When these 3 disasters appear, it shows that the Mahdi is about to appear. What are these disasters? Our Master Muhammad, peace be upon him, says they are the appearance of 3 events: the smoke, the blood, and the famine. Then he explained what each of them meant. The smoke indicates heavy, oppressive rulers. The blood refers to bloodshed and oppression. And the famine indicates that food and water will become scarce. These 3 disasters will surely precede the appearance of the Mahdi. Second sign is related to the place where the Mahdi will come. It has been narrated from many traditions that the Mahdi will appear between 2 pieces of land. These lands are Syria and Iraq. That is, the Mahdi will come from the area between Syria and Iraq. Next sign is related to the time when the Mahdi will come. Most of the narrations agree that the Mahdi will appear at the time when there will be no remaining anything of the Islamic Ummah, except 70 persons who will be reciting the Quran. They will be barely sufficient to perform the Salat al-Jumu'ah congregational prayer on Friday. Last sign is related to the length of the Mahdi's life. Our Master Muhammad, peace be upon him, says that the Mahdi will live for 40 days, and then he will pass away. Some say that these 40 days are equivalent to 40 years, while others consider these 40 days as literal days. However, there is no difference whether it is 40 days or 40 years. Anyway, after this period, the world will again plunge into misguidance and tyranny. Now we come to the second point. Why did the people fail to recognize the Mahdi? Well, there is only one reason behind it, and that is that the people could not understand the signs and specialties of the last great leader. Actually, he is still the last great leader. Had every ummah taken their prophet as the last one, and welcomed him in the light of the predications of the preceding prophet, mankind would not have been destroyed. We ought to take account of the errors and omissions of the past, and should not try to repeat them. In a narration, our Master Muhammad, peace be upon him, says that when the Mahdi appears, the people will fight over him. Some will support him, and some will oppose him. Whoever supports him will have the reward of the highest ranks of Jannah. On the other hand, whoever opposes him will earn the anger of Allah Almighty. This narration clearly indicates that the problem lies in recognizing the Mahdi. Those who recognized him will enter paradise, and those who opposed him will earn Allah's wrath. So brothers, we should know that every prophet has spoken about the specialty of the expected universal leader and has announced his advent with certain signs. Moreover, they have tried to terrify his 60 believers of his sword, vengeance and administration of justice, and have given the believers a good news of pleasant future. Because the rule of this great emperor is actually the rule of God, which will bring a great revolution, providing permanent pleasure for the victimized, poor, and oppressed. David, Jesus, and other prophets had imparted the same good news for the poor relating to his reign. When Imam Mahdi appears, all the oppressed people, all the humiliated people, all the deprived people, all the insulted people, all the suffering humanity, they will find solace. Their weeping will turn into smiles, and their pain and agony will turn into happiness. The reign of the Mahdi is the reign of Allah Almighty, so everything will be according to the will of Allah. This is the reason why the scholars of Islam have always stressed the need to know the signs of the Mahdi, and to be prepared to welcome him properly. May Allah Almighty grant us the ability to know him, to follow him, and to support him with all our might. Ameen. Now, brothers and sisters, I have a question for you. According to you, what is the most important sign of the Mahdi? And also, do you think that we are living in the time of the appearance of the Mahdi? Share your opinions and insights with everyone else in the comments section. Finally, I want to tell you that if you want to see the other parts of the video course, Signs of the Last Prophet and the Last Hour, then click on the links on the screen now. Also, don't forget to like this video, share it, and comment on it. We also invite you to subscribe to our channel to receive notifications about the videos we upload. Finally, thank you for watching and listening. See you soon.